Hi, I'm Duncan Moss, and I'd like to welcome you to my latest video blog. Yesterday, I was very pleased to have delivered to me by Amazon a certain book, which has been slightly delayed. Amazon had actually said they didn't think they would be able to deliver it till March, but I'm very happy to say it's the end of January, so it's much earlier than I expected. The book got delayed. The same thing happened to the Paul McCartney Legacy book. And many people think it's to do with the shortage of paper in the industry, which certainly to do with the Mr. Putin and his the Ukraine crisis. It may not be that. It may be that the Daleks were taking a long time proofreading the book. But this is Doctor Who and the Daleks, the official story of the films by John Walsh. And what fantastic cover! Absolutely wonderful cover. And I'm absolutely gobsmacked by it. It's just a bean feast of beautiful stills. I'll just show you. I'm not supposed to do this to show uh, bits of the book, but if I get arrested, so be it. At least I'll be in a warm room for the night. It's just loaded with beautiful photographs of everything Dalek uh, related. Well, it covers basically just the two Dalek cinema movies, which were produced by Milton Subotsky and I think directed by Gordon Fleming. There is a very tasteful, two very tasteful forwards in the front of the book. One by the lovely Roberta Tovey, and the other one by the equally lovely, I'm sure, Jason Fleming, who is one of the sons of Gordon Fleming. And he's saying that he found that he was being referred to by people as one of the sons of Gordon Fleming, the guy who directed the two Dalek movies. And of course, he and producer Milton Subotsky did loads and loads of other things. But it seems that in the public eye, in the general public eye, they'll always be remembered as the two people who made the Dalek movies. The book, I haven't read it from cover to cover. I tend not to do that. I tend to just dip in, and I'm sure it would be wrong of me to start telling you everything that's in it, because that would spoil it for you. So it's just basically this review is just to whet your appetite, because you don't want to know everything about the book before it's arrived. And the fact that the book has been with me such a short time, I didn't suddenly think, oh, I must dive on the internet and do a review before anybody else has got a chance. Not so at all. I'm not a great reviewer by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know when I see something good, and this book is just brilliant. I've read some pieces, and I've already learnt things I didn't know about the movies. And of course, they've been given a new lease of life with a Blu-ray release, and released in a reissue in the cinemas last year. And they must be great to be seen on the big screen. They are aimed very much at a family market, particularly a young family market. They're not as the Dalek. They are basically remakes of the first two William Hartnell adventures, and had the third film been made, that would have been a remake of the Chase, the third Dalek adventure. And they have Roberta Tovey is in there playing Susie, and she and Peter Cushing, just the magic between them is just is just terrific. And obviously, she was quite young at the time, that the audience, particularly small young ladies in the cinema, could identify with her the same way my niece Tamara identified with her when I sent her the films as a present many years ago. The first Dalek film was very successful. The second one, not so, but they're equally as enjoyable. As to why the second one didn't do as well, they were released in the summer, and that's always a strange time. If the weather's appalling, films do very well. If there's a heat wave or something, people tend to be on the beach or something. The two Thunderbird, one of the Thunderbirds movies was released in the summer, and that was also very disappointing. But I can only go with the visuals. Tremendous. The films are tremendous fun. And this book is a worthy tribute to them. I particularly love the section on the Dalek merchandise. It doesn't just deal with the 60s merchandise. It makes it quite clear that Dalek merchandise is still today very popular. And we all know lots of things about the movies. One of them being that Sugar Puffs had sponsored, had a tie-in with certainly with the second movie. I'm not sure with the first one. And I hope the Daleks get free supply of Sugar Puffs sent to Skaro. That's only fair. And Milton Subotsky, I didn't realise this, was very keen to try and get the third movie off the ground years later. I think we're ready for a Dalek cinema movie. I really do. Not necessarily with the Doctor, but maybe just on their own. The way Terry Nation had tried to do a series with them in the mid-60s after the rights to use the Daleks with the BBC had failed. It's very difficult because the Daleks are such a big factor of my life. I was transfixed by them from a very early age. And I think the success of the movies has got, as the first one at least, but I think the second film is now successful with all the video releases. They must have done very well by now. Peter Cushing as the Doctor is just wonderful, and his chemistry with Roberta Tovey is just great. Roy Castle's fabulous in the first picture. And Bernard Cribbin's great in the second picture. There's and the fact they're made in colour is a very great big plus, because in Britain we were watching them all on the TV in black and white. And as I say, this book is an absolute delight. We're in the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, and I think we're going to have some great things coming in the future. I don't know what. I've just got a feeling, as Mickey Dolenz says in one of the song, I've got a feeling in my bones. I think the next few years we're going to have a lot of wonderful things happening, and not just in Doctor Who, but in science fiction in general, particularly British science fiction. I don't know. You can always write a really stiff letter to me if I turn out to be wrong. As I say, this book is wonderful. It's very much in the vein of Marcus Hearn's Vault Doctor Who book that he did, and a Thunderbird book that he did as well. It's a sort of vault book for the two Dalek films, and as I say, it's there's some of the stills are brilliant. There's a lovely still of Peter Cushing winking at Roy Castle. Now, I'm not going to tell you, because a lot of people may not have seen the films, what that was all about. But see the film and find out. Lots of wonderful stills. and little bits that, as I say, that you find out about the movie that you never knew, even if you know the general story of the production. Amicus were a very fine film company. They're making loads of those sort of compilation horror movies, like The House That Dripped Blood, which was one of the first horror movies I ever stayed up to watch. As I say, a super book. Just reminds you what it looks like. If you're a Doctor Who or a Daleks fan, I think it's an absolute must. So thank you very much for listening to me. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be absolutely lovely. It deals with lots of things, sci-fi, the Beatles. If you would like to subscribe to me, that would be great. Or share this video with your friends and click the like button. That would be great. Thank you very much for your time. God bless.